Oh my god. You look positively medieval. That is extremely embarrassing. Well. You are in luck because I, in all my graciousness, will take care of your makeup. I will give you this cachet that can only be found at my personal core. If you want to look like me, well, you need to make some improvements. Well, yes, I am l'Autrichienne from Austria originally, and you're probably wondering why my accent is so subtle. Well, I am a queen, mind you, so I excel at languages. I suppose the same cannot be said about you. But I mean, you're a peasant. If you can read, that's already a victory in itself, isn't it? But before we start, help me choose the perfect éventail fan. I have this one that is very much to my liking. You know, I want something that says, I am so rich. The French are starving because of my expensive accessories. Or this one, a little bit more, well, a little bit more noir, with purple flowers and gold designs. I think it looks great as well. It says something like, I am so refined. The French have to eat each other because they don't have any food. Yes, this one is the best, isn't it? I have a few other at the back. Wait a minute. I have this one. Very royal. Very, it says something like, this was so expensive. The French are actually starving, eating each other, and they hate my guts. It has this kind of vibe, unapologetic vibe, if you know what I mean. I just love the luxurious red. Red is the color of royalty after all. This éventail is very much to my liking, but I like this one as well. But anyway, we'll talk about these things later on. How do you like my hair? I spent about 5 hours arranging my hair. Look at these roses. They're exquisite. Oops. And this feather. Oh, you would think it comes from a regular pigeon, but it does not. It comes from a great pheasant. Oh, well, I am bored most of the time. I did not ask to be the Queen of France, so I occupy myself with what I have, and sometimes it's not easy. It's not easy. I surrounded myself with libertines. You know, everyone is basically sleeping with each other. I'm very liberal in that sense. While me, sorry, I don't fucking tell. But let's just say I'm having my fun. But let's get started with your makeup. I have this palette from Versailles Grand Fashion called a Rose Bombe. Rose Bombe. So I'm gonna show the colors to you, and you're gonna tell me what you think of them. This is the palette, and these are the colors. As you can see, they are all shades of pink. We have this kind of Bordeaux pink, this kind of Barbie pink, this kind of purple pink, this kind of, I'm not gonna do all of them, but basically these are the shades we're gonna work with. Now, excuse the noise outside, it's just Parisians asking for bread or whatnot, and well, let's just say it's none of my concern. So, the first thing you need to know if you want to look as well refined as my royal self, you need to have really white skin. So we're gonna put some sort of white powder on your face, all around your face, because you are quite tan. I assume you work a lot outside, right? I mean, a tan is, after all, the mark of peasants, It's kind of how we tell classes apart. If you're white, then that means you stay at home reading and playing, and if you're tan, that means that you work outside in the fields. And I can tell you're a field worker, but don't worry, nothing that a good powder can fix. So I'm gonna use this shade of white and apply it with this big brush. How do you like that? Alright, let's start. Now I'm gonna ask you to close your eyes and close your mouth, unless you want to eat some powder, which I would understand, because if you are one of these peasants, you're probably starving right now. But now is not the time to eat, So close all your orifices. Okay, let's start. Yes. Oui. It is not easy to be the Queen of France. France. It's definitely something I grew accustomed to. I mean, I was married at age 14, so I didn't have much choice. It was all a plan, a political plan, for France to get closer to East Austria. What am I saying? France to get closer to Austria, and therefore, be more of a threat, or at least calm down Pruss and England. It's all a political micmac. People were so mad because when my husband became the king, I didn't change my lifestyle one bit. I just continued on partying and having these beautiful events with my libertine friends, and people got really mad. I mean, it wasn't my fault that the country was falling apart, but they said it was because of my, you know, extravagant lifestyle, which I believe is not true at all. Now, I'm gonna use a slightly smaller brush, and I am going to where is my smaller brush? Well, it's not here. Then I will use my slightly bigger brush, and I will put this red here, right there, on your cheeks. Yes, because look at my cheeks. They're red because you need to show some emotion. You need to show you're a romantic. You need to show that you have feelings, even though your heart is cold as ice and you don't give a shit about others. No, you need to pretend as though you do have a heart. So, I'm gonna put this rouge on your cheeks. Let's start. Yes, this is really nice. Oh, I'm so glad you came to visit me. I mean, I've been extremely bored. Everyone is so mad at me. Louis barely speaks to me. He says that it's all my fault, but he's so shy. I mean, his timidity, it is a sickness, really. You cannot find someone who is more timid than this man. He does not impose himself. I told him just, put a stop to the revolution, but he doesn't give a shit about what I say. If it was up to me, I would burn them all. I mean, yes, it is sad to be born poor and a peasant, but how is this my fault? There's always going to be an elite, and people need to understand that without the elite, well, it cannot work, You need thinking heads to, guide the flock. Anyways, I will never surrender. Ever, ever, ever. And I don't believe they would actually harm me. I mean, I am their queen after all. Do you think they would behead me? I don't think so. I mean, it is true. Some of my friends have already been beheaded. As a matter of fact, my friend, she was decapitated not long ago. They actually decapitated her head at my window to scare me, but I'm not scared. I mean, it was horrifying, but I'm not afraid. I think that the French will realize that they need me. They will realize that I am their queen and that they cannot kill me off. You start to look like something now. Yes, you are pretty nice looking. I think that now what you need is what we call a mouche. Now, a mouche is a small dot that is made out of silk or charcoal, and we just put a little dot and that gives some cachet to the face. Now, the dot can have political meaning, whereas it is placed here or up there or here. You can actually use it to send secret messages to your lover, for example, but Anyway, I'm gonna give you one, so just get closer. I have it right here. Don't move. Now you look like something. Of course, you missed the amazing hair, but Um, I think that maybe we could use some flowers, look at mine. They look beautiful. More is better. Bigger is better. We just need to make you look fantastic. Now, I have some flowers here that we could put in your hair if you wish. There are roses, although I am already wearing roses, so maybe it's not such a good idea if you wear roses as well. What else do I have? I'm not sure. Let me look around. What about this? I kind of want to keep them for my room. Well, at least I suppose we could give you a fan. It's just so you can, mix in. What about this one? It's rather humble, but it has some cachet. It is blue and gold and white. I adore the design. I had it imported from Milan. I think it would suit you perfectly. Or you can have one of my other ones. I have, this one that I showed you previously. Now, the thing about this one is it is kind of brownish, which, reminds me of the skin color of peasants, so I'm not quite fond of it. But yes, it has nice, field flowers on them. Or we have the black one, but I think I'm gonna keep that one for myself because I found it macabre and I think that is definitely my style. Mine style. So this one, or the last one, which is I think a bit too royal for you. I don't think that everyone can pull this one off. This is my favorite of them all. The color is just so rich. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Anyways, what I was trying to say was I am sick of la révolution, the revolution. It's so boring. I mean, at first it was fun. I was bored as usual and I was like, finally something is happening. But it's getting a little bit tired. I mean, it goes on and 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 it goes on. And I'm like, I don't really want this to go on and on and on and on. But, people are angry. I don't know why. I mean, because I'm simply trying to live my life because they're poor. Is this my fault? I'm not God. I mean, I'm close to it, but I'm only the queen. I did not decide that they should be poor or that I should be rich. It is not my responsibility. Tiring. But hopefully one day it will all go away and I will be able to go back to my luxurious lifestyle, because these days I've been restraining myself to show some sort of, closeness to the people. I mean, I only eat 4 meals a day. I've cut down 3 meals. I only go to parties 3 times a week, and I only surround myself with about 10 people. And I don't even gamble as much anymore. And when I do, I gamble with my own jewelry, my own necklaces. I don't gamble with the money of France. Not anymore, at least. People are so sensitive. But Anyway, I think people are just so hypersensitive. Your makeup looks top notch. I think you are ready to go to the court, to the cour, and to, look good and brag and be seen because you basically go there to be seen. That's pretty much the only reason anyone goes there. So, you're ready. You can say thanks, merci, or dankeschön. To which I will respond, bitteschön, no worries, of course, Daria. That is my pleasure. So, now that everything is settled, well, au revoir.